Have you ever felt like nothing seems to be working? That feeling of frustration, the gnawing sensation of hopelessness when every effort you make seems to be in vain. It's as if you're trapped in a labyrinth with no exit in sight, every turn leading to yet another dead end. You're not alone in this. We've all been there. It's a part of life's journey, a test of our resilience. We've all felt the sting of disappointment, the weight of unfulfilled dreams, and the fear of the unknown. It's like being in a boxing ring with life, taking punch after punch, struggling to stay on your feet. But remember, it's in the struggle that we find our strength. It's in the face of adversity that we discover who we truly are. It's a common thread that binds us all together, this feeling of things not going our way. I too have been in that pit of despair where everything I touched seemed to crumble. There was a time when my life was a series of misfortunes. Imagine a period in your life where every sunrise brought with it a new challenge, a new hurdle that seemed insurmountable. That was my reality for quite a while. It was as though I was trapped in a labyrinth of despair, with each dead end leading to another deeper into the maze. I found myself in a job that was dissatisfying, to say the least. Every morning, I would wake up with the weight of the world on my shoulders, dreading the day ahead. The work was monotonous, the environment was toxic, it was a struggle to merely exist. But you see, it wasn't just the job. It was the cascade of disappointments that seemed to follow me. Relationships that were once the source of joy and comfort began to crumble. Friends I relied upon started to drift away, and I was left navigating the turbulent seas of life alone. In those moments, I felt like a ship lost at sea, battered by stormy weather, with no sight of the shore. I was caught in a vortex of negative emotions, spiraling deeper into the abyss with every passing day. But here's the thing about rock bottom: it gives you a solid foundation to rebuild. It was in that darkness that I found my inner strength. I started to realize that I had two choices. I could either let these circumstances define me or forge ahead, adapting and learning from each experience. I chose the latter. It wasn't easy, but I started to claw my way out of the pit. I left the job that was draining my spirit and took a leap of faith into the unknown. I began to mend my relationships, and those that couldn't be fixed, I let go with a heavy heart. It was a painful process, but it was also liberating. Slowly but surely, I started to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Each small victory, each step forward was proof that I was more than my circumstances. I learned that perseverance is not about never falling, but about getting back up, again and again, no matter how hard the fall. And so I emerged from that storm stronger and more resilient. So, what can we learn from such experiences? When life gives us a tough time and nothing seems to be working, it's essential to remember two things. Firstly, perseverance is not about avoiding failure, but about persisting despite it. It is about getting back up, dusting ourselves off, and trying again, armed with the lessons from our past failures. Secondly, positivity is not about ignoring reality, but about maintaining hope in the face of adversity. It's about believing in our ability to turn things around, even when the odds seem to be stacked against us. Failure, too, has its value. It's not a dead end, but a detour, a stepping stone to success. It teaches us what doesn't work and pushes us to find what does. It shapes us into resilient, resourceful individuals capable of overcoming challenges and achieving our goals. Remember, every situation, no matter how bleak, carries a seed of equivalent benefit. In the end, it's not about the number of times you fall, but the number of times you get back up. Remember, my friends, the most beautiful tapestry is woven from threads of resilience, perseverance, and determination. It's not about the obstacles you encounter, but how you navigate them. When you find yourself in the throes of struggle, remember that every setback is a setup for a comeback. Every failure, every stumble, every fall, they're all stepping stones that lead us to the path of success. So let's embrace them, let's learn from them. Life has a funny way of teaching us lessons. It pushes us to our limits, tests our resolve, and challenges our grit. But it's these very trials that shape us, that mold us into the best versions of ourselves. So my friends, when nothing seems to be working, remember, you're just being set up for a bigger comeback.